Morning, Stampers! Hello, welcome to the Loven Stamp Studio. My name is Meg, and I am excited to welcome you here for another stamping project. So today's project is my refusal to let go of summer because I am going to, I mean, fall is nice too, right? Pretty colors. I have some fun papers to show you from upcoming release and so forth. But I really, really love the beautiful colors and sunniness of summer. And so we're going to pull a project out today featuring the Thankful Garden stamp set. Now, this might look familiar to you because I ran a really big class in May that was, maybe it was April. Anyway, April or May, which featured a product share for this class and basically a class kit in the mail that like had all the pieces that you need, add your stamps and so forth, to make a set of 5 projects. So this is actually going to be 6. So if you got that Thankful Garden class kit, then this is a bonus for you. Lovely Garden is the name of this suite. Thankful Garden is the name of the stamp set. This would be your bonus card. And if you didn't get it, the good news is that I have 2 kits left. So they include all of the goodies, cardstock, designer series paper, embellishments, all kinds of things, printed directions with photos and so forth. There's a link in the video description if you want any of those. So I am going to switch my camera down. Ooh, we're like all crooked this morning. And go ahead and get started here with today's project. So this is one of the new projects, so it's not featured in the suite. So this is featured in my Lovely Garden class, so it's like a bonus add-on for you. It's a really simple card and one that is based on the idea of a 3x4 card. So if you've been watching LovenStamps videos for a while, you know that I absolutely love the idea of a 3x4 designer series paper piece that fits in the middle of the card, either horizontally or vertically, and then a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. This one's just a little bigger. Matte piece that goes around it. So instead of doing our card like this and having it open, we're going to create a panel. Hey, Tanya. Okay, Tanya says my top matches again. I have to confess that I was feeling floral this morning, and when I was feeling what project to, so I got dressed first, and then I was thinking, what am I going to show this morning? Like, oh, that floral. I have that Thankful Garden card that I would love to share. So anyway, yes, they do go together. So let me tell you about the cutting sizes for this. Hi, Lori. Morning, Sue. Because if you are making this card at home, you're going to want to know that this is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. That's going to be our card base. Then we have a layer here, and I'm just going to double check the size so I don't tell you wrong. This one's a little bigger. This is 4 1/2 by 3 1/2. So it's a little bit bigger than our normal mat, okay? And then we have our DSP, which is still 3x4. If you go to the LovenStamps blog, there's actually a tag for 3x4 cards, and I have tons of ideas for how to use 3x4 pieces of designer series paper. This is a really happy size because it's really efficient. When you have we'll just pull out a piece of Lovely Garden paper here. These are so pretty. When you have a 12x12 sheet of designer series paper, you can cut this either horizontally or vertically, depending on your pattern. You cut it into 3-inch strips, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to take those and you're going to cut them into thirds so that you have a 4-inch piece here, a 4-inch piece here, and a 4-inch at the bottom. So basically, you're going to get 12 pieces for making 3x4 cards out of a single sheet of DSP. So this can be a really efficient way to use your DSP without a lot of waste. And I have, like I said, on the LovenStamps blog, zillions of ideas for 3x4 cards, so you can check those out. All right, what's this other piece in the middle? This piece here is going to be 3 1/4 inches tall by 8 1/2 inches wide, okay? And then you're going to score that in the middle. Hi, Terry. All right, so the basic idea for our card is that we are going to make a diagonal. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this. I'm going to go ahead and put our adhesive just on the bottom corner here, though, because we're going to go ahead and split this, and I wanted to be able to use our other DSP in a different spot. So I'm adding glue. I know it's hard to see on the white, but it's going to be shy of the score line here, or the center diagonal line, because I'm going to pop this on here, give it a second to dry, and then we're going to come back with our trimmer here, and we're going to go ahead and split this. Now, this is going to be sort of the basic background of our card, and then we're going to use our masks to make a really gorgeous foreground. So cut that off. Now we know we have a diagonal and a piece that perfectly matches to go along with it. Okay. Because the last piece of cardstock you're going to need is another 3x4. This one in basic white or whatever your neutral is. We'll put this away, and we're going to use this here. So I'm going to fold on that score line. We're going to attach this to our green layer, garden green. And again, if you are interested in getting a class kit for this, I have 2 kits left for the lovely garden Sweet Escape that I held in the spring. And those kits include all of the cardstock to match and the designer series paper embellishments, all the things. So there's a link in the video description if you're interested. I almost glued that down. If you're interested in getting more information about that and having pieces to stamp at home. So it's actually a great way to get access to all of the products included in this kit. It's kind of like a half sweet share. So I'm a big fan of sort of putting all the matching pieces in stampers' hands. So, all right, now I did remember finally to glue the white layer in first. I'm going to close up our card, and then I'm going to pop our DSP layer here on the top like this to give us a background. So now we have this fun piece that opens like here. Hey, Leanne. And we're going to go ahead and mount this here. Oh, yay. I'm so glad. Leanne said that she totally enjoyed yesterday's Maker Club. I'm really glad to hear that. If you don't know about Maker Club, there's a link in the video description, but it is a really fun way to make the most of the products and so forth that you have, plus get inspiration and ideas for new ones every month. So make sure you check that out if you have not. So yeah, we did have a good time yesterday. It was fun to see people live and then see comments afterwards too. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do some stamping. We need a foreground for our card, and so I'm going to go ahead and stamp our flowers here, and I'm just going to put them in the middle. We'll go crazy. We talked about that in Maker Club yesterday, actually. And this is absolutely beautiful line art. So if you're looking at this and you're thinking, I really like these florals, but I don't always want to color anything, this is my reminder to you that yes, it is perfectly fine to stamp in black and white and have just black and white cards, or black and white and grayscale, monochromatic, or whatever you like, but the art itself is absolutely beautiful. And I am a big fan of this stamp set. So, all right, now, but we're gonna add color to this. And the way we're gonna do is with our Thankful Garden decorative masks. And these come in a set with the suite, and we're going to go ahead and get them all lined up. I have them sort of gallywampus here, 1, 2. I'm also missing number 3, which is very odd. If you were a Thankful Garden mask, where would you be? And if you're wondering how I'm like figuring out what I'm missing, the answer to that is that they have a little divot at the top corner of each one, which you're going to want to know if you have these. And then they have a number stamped on them too. And the number just makes it really easy to know what order they should be placed in. And well, we're going to go ahead and do it with the ones we have. And I'm going to figure out what happened to the other one. So bizarre. All right. So there are 2 flowers on each. And the 2 flowers match the flowers in Thankful Garden. So you can see these are the hellebores here, we were calling them. And then these are the hydrangeas. So we're going to pop our hellebore on here. And I'm going to go with a really light pink for this. That brings out the bubble bath here in the background of our designer series paper. So I've got a blending brush here. I'm going to just check it. Ooh, it's pretty dark. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up my bubble bath, and we're going to do a very light background layer here. And to do that, I'm going to make sure that when I ink my blending brush, I'm going to tap first to get excess color off, and then come back and start off my project like on the mask and then rub around in a circular motion. All right, that is plenty of color here for our first layer. All right, so you can kind of see how that pink is coming in there. Yay! Oh, Tanya says she enjoyed Maker Club too. Oh yeah, the butterfly cards were really fun. And Paula, yay! I'm glad you got to. Glad everybody had a good time with it. It was a fun session. So if you'd like to join us next month and you're not a Maker Club member, you can pop in and sign up to participate in August. And actually, I'd kind of forgotten this, but I do have 2 Maker Club kits left from yesterday's Maker Club. So if you let me know that you want one of those, just in the comments, I don't have an extra link for those. The first 2 people who speak up for those can have them. So, all right, now I'm lining up mask number 2, and I'm going to take my blending brush, same thing, and this time tap again. You don't want that like big splotch of color if you accidentally pick up more ink than you expect. I'm going to start on my mask with my swirling and then come back and swirl right onto my card to add some extra layering here. All right. So there we have our second layer of our floral. And now when I take this away, we have this really pretty layered floral look, okay? Now, the other thing that is included with these masks is the set of the leaves. And so there's 1 leaf for each. And if you forget which one, they are conveniently lined up here so that the divots go, let's see, can you see? There, you can see the divot is supposed to match in the corner. So this leaf here is the one that matches up. And here you can kind of, can you see through there? This leaf here is the one that matches up with the hellebore. So I'll pull this one through. And this is actually number 5. We'll do number 4 first. And when you have a stamped image, you can also see exactly what you're doing. Now, in the original Lovely Garden class, I had a variety of techniques that didn't use the stamping and some different ways to layer and so forth. So that is available on the LovenStamps blog if you just want to see. And then if you want your kit, then let me know about that. So, all right, I'm picking up color here. There's something weird on there. Again, splotch free. So we want to start with tapping off that little extra right at the beginning. And then I'm going to go back here and add some color. And if your color is uneven on this, don't fret. It doesn't really matter. It's just going to give you a little bit more of shading and spacing and layering. So here is our stamp, our image here with just 1 mask on it. And then watch what happens when I add the second. It's going to pop this image in a way that makes it look really dimensional. And gives it a lot of extra interest. So we're adding some detail here with a second layered mask. I'm going to line it up on our stamped image. If you aren't sure about where you're supposed to be lining up, you can also use the divots. I talk about that in the rest of the video. So in the Lovely Garden video. So you can check that out if you missed that instruction. But we're going to go ahead and add a second layer of color. And I want this to set aside a little bit from the first one. Again, tap off first. I want this to be a little bit darker. So again, tap off. And then we're going to just deepen this color so that it's quite a bit darker than what was there. The other thing you want to do is just burnish your color so that you get a nice smooth color line as opposed to like a texture line that looks like the Stampin' blends or blending brushes, sorry. Hi, Unica. Hello from the Netherlands. Yes, I agree. It's just the images themselves are absolutely gorgeous. Lots of really pretty things to do with this. So, but we need to put this on our card here. So let's go ahead and pull out our dies. So there's a large die that cuts out the hydrangea, a large die that cuts out our floral here. So I'm going to pop this on and line it up and then add my washi tape across. All right, join me as we die cut together. Let's see. I've been doing embossing folders. Oh, I think that was from yesterday actually, our Maker Club. Oh, I just knocked my die off. No worries. We'll get it set. Oh, there it is. Okay. And going to die cut our floral. And then we'll bring this back so you can see what we've got here. All right, so now we're gonna pop this out and ta-da! Here we have our really pretty die cut floral image. There are so many fun things to do with this. I just realized that I have an additional, there's like a 7th project on the LovenStamps blog that features this suite because I used it for a fun May basket for May Day celebration. So, all right, so lots of ideas, I guess is what I'm saying. You won't go wrong with the pieces for this. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop this onto our little mini card front here. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and add a layer here that includes our greeting. And I'm going to pull this piece here back. And I'm going to go ahead and punch first. Usually I stamp first and then punch. But I'm going to go ahead and punch first in this case because I want to make sure that we get our piece out with the modern oval punch. Another really outstanding punch. And I realized it might not be in the supply list on the video description. So I have to remember modern oval punch if you are looking for that. And then I'm going to use our With Love greeting here and pop this on. So one of the beauties of photopolymer, seeing through your stamps and being able to get things lined up where you want. Give it a second to transfer all the ink onto our cardstock and then go ahead and check that out. So really pretty script, which matches our pieces here really well. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this. I'm not, however, going to put the glue on the back of my paper like I usually would because I don't want to accidentally get glue up here that's going to overlap our border and mean that we can't get our card open or shut, or open, actually shut fine, just no opening. So I'm going to pop the glue on my paper layer here so that I know that it is not going to interfere with the mechanism of my card. Okay, see how that works? Now we're going to come back with our piece here and add this as our extra embellishment. And same thing, I don't want to interfere with the functioning of our card. So I'm going to take my dimensionals and look here at where is the sort of safe place to put them. And I'm going to pop them onto our card like this. There we go. And then I can go ahead and add our florals. All right, and again, no cards were sealed shut in the making of this particular greeting. And then I have this piece of Misty Moonlight here, which is going to pop here on the back of our card. And I think Misty Moonlight is actually not one of the colors included with the kit. So you'll be able to make this card, but you'll have to swap out the back for one of the other pretty colors in the kit, or just, you know, add Misty Moonlight cardstock. So, all right, so here is the background here added to our card. So really fun mechanism. We of course need some bling, some embellishments for the front of this, and then I have mailbag to show you, so don't go away, as well as a kind of fun release announcement. I had just a little sneak peek that went out in the mail to stampers who get catalogs from me, but you're going to want to see the rest of that announcement. So hold on for that too. I'm looking for my embellishments here. Oh, there we go. All right. So here we are. This is what's left of my Starburst sequins, which I might try and get more because these are a really fun set of supplies. They have just sort of a little Starburst shape imprinted on them. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop a couple of these onto our project. So I think the white ones here. So I've got one here. And again, we're going to use our embellishments to strengthen our focal point. And so I am going to pop those kind of around our greeting here because we have a lot going on with this floral. And so putting those embellishments around our greeting helps to rebalance things so that your eye is drawn to the greeting a little bit more on the front of our card. So there we have that. Really fun. And just, yeah, Ina says beautiful card. I'm glad you guys like this. I really think that the artwork on this particular suite is just knocks it out of the park. So I'm really enjoying using this one. And I don't think that floral cards have any season. So I know I was joking about hanging on to summer, but this is a card that I would definitely send all year long. Now, if you wanted to see, here are the other cards that were part of that class. And so here is one with watercolor paper and a fun watercolor technique. Here is a really simple layered card. This is sort of the fifth bonus of that. You can see the same stamps, and where I said it's just really simple, you can kind of see how that works here. This one is similar to the one we did, but in a different color scheme there with the yellows, and then using some masking in the background without the stamps. This one was a fun fold card with a really easy and unique bonus using designer series paper to kind of make the most of that. And then I featured these greeting strips here on their, I can't remember what that set is called. Hold on, I'll tell you exactly what it is. It is so they're pre-printed greetings, and they come in a black and white sheet, and those are the greetings for all mix and match ephemera. Also really pretty. And then this was the last one. It was a clear window card. So this is made with window sheets, and you can see through, and I explain how all the layers work to kind of make the most of hovering up all of the guts of the card and having only pretty layers. So really pretty there too. So again, if you're interested in any of those kits, I do have 2 left. And so first come, first serve, just let me know if you want any of those. All right, now I promised you a sneak peek. These are the first of my sneak peeks for the upcoming paper share. So for each new catalog, I do a LovenStamps paper share. And the cool thing about the LovenStamps paper share, the one that keeps people coming, I got so many inquiries. Sorry, I'm a little later to post this month, or this quarter, I guess. But the thing that gets people really excited is that card bases are included with these. So yes, you get all of the new papers. There are 53 new papers in the September release of the online exclusives and the September to December mini catalog, but you also get a card base to go with them. So it makes it really easy to grab one of these, cut your paper down to size, and go ahead and have a card ready to go with some extra pieces there that you can use. Or, of course, you can make 3x4. You'd get 2 3x4 cards out of each of these. But the bonus of having the cardstock included means that you're actually going to find it easy to use what you get rather than just accumulating papers and not knowing what to do with them, okay? So this is a really, really popular share. That one is called Lights of Aurora. The next one I have is this one's called Gathering Together, and it is a fall paper with gold foil. So this one's coming soon too. And the gold foil is absolutely gorgeous on it. I hope you can kind of see the foil on the video. There are a couple plaids, which are amazing. And then there are these leaves, and there's this little pinstripe here with gold on it. So really pretty there. And then the backs of these are equally as gorgeous. I will say I've been using quite a bit of this paper, and I've been using the back sides, which I'm a little bit flabbergasted that I'm covering up the gold foil side, but this is an equal opportunity here. Okay, Tanya said, do you have the paper share up yet? I just posted the link. So yes, you can look in the video description for the link to the paper share. It's a little different this time. Usually I have you fill out the Google form and then I send a PayPal invoice. So this time you're going to fill out the Google form, and then there's in the little thank you for filling out the form note, there is a link to the PayPal so you can pay right away. You don't have to wait for me to invoice you. I can still invoice you if you prefer. That's fine. I'll check on if anybody doesn't complete that. But know that you can just go ahead and take care of it all in one swoop now. So that'll be in the PayPal form. So this is the Gathering Together paper. So again, you're going to get a card base and a 6x6 piece of each of the designer series papers. And then I wanted to show you this last one because it's kind of special. This one is called, oh, hold on a second. I knew I was going to forget. I almost set it aside. This one's called Christmas Tags and More. And it is a 6x6 paper. So you're getting the 6x6 paper size that it actually is. But I'm putting sort of a double set in for this one. So you're going to get 8 paste papers and 8 card bases, because that means you're going to get a whole sheet of the more. So Christmas Tags and More. These are the more. These are the laser cut elements. So you can go ahead and have these to decorate your cards, and then check out these pretty papers. They're little pieces that you can cut up to make tags really easily, some pretty borders. If you are used to working with like 4x6 pieces and so forth, you can layer these with the cards that are going to come out, and you have these pieces kind of ready to go here. And then the back side. So usually you get one 6x6 piece of each of the papers in a set. This one you're going to get an extra of each because of the way it works out with the embellishments. I didn't want you to miss out and get so few of these, like a little bit of them. So you're going to get a whole sheet as part of that share, and then a whole set of cards to go with. So included in the share are also 7 specialty papers. There's a velveteen paper series. There is a glimmer paper and a metallic paper. So there's 7 different specialty papers included too, along with all of these. So I don't have all of them to show you. Keep an eye out for more. I'll show as we go along. But if you're interested in that, make sure you sign up. If you're signing up now, the benefit is that you'll be in the first batch of mailings when I have these ready to go when the new catalog starts. And if you got a catalog mailing from me, or you're getting a catalog mailing from me, it's still coming in the mail, know that I put September 2nd for the start of the new catalog. It actually starts on September 3rd, so sorry about that confusion. Also, I'll have my new catalog open house, my virtual catalog open house. It's going to be on September 4th, the Thursday night. So watch for that announcement and stuff to come up too. All right. Oh, I have mailbag. I promised you mailbag, so let me grab those. I have a couple cards and a gift from Stampin' Up, and then a really cool treat, like art piece. So this is a card from Shannon West. And this is a really simple and really pretty card. It actually recalls the papers that are coming up in Lights of Aurora, and is one of the cards and note cards. So the note card's ready to go. The envelope is matching, and then you can just decorate in really simple ways. So I really love what Shannon did on this. And then this card is also from Shannon. And this one features the flowers here that coordinate with my $1 million gift that Stampin' Up sent. So I really love how Shannon used this designer series papers here, and then some stamped florals that are die cut and layered too. So really gorgeous. So thank you, Shannon. Shannon's my demonstrator development manager at Stampin' Up, and I super appreciate her too. So shout out to Shannon. All right, I also got a box from Stampin' Up in the mail, and the inside of this, let me pull it all out here, included this fun box, which if you're a demonstrator, you might recognize these particular boxes, but these are the pins that Stampin' Up makes for recognizing career sales milestones. And so here is my $1 million pin came in the mail. So really fun, and super excited to have that to wear to upcoming Stampin' Up events. So I haven't always worn all of them, but this one I think I might sport this one as we go. So that's a lot of work and a whole lot of cards shared with you all, a whole lot of community that we've built together, and a lot of joy and love shared through our creativity. So thank you guys for being the biggest part of all of this. All right, I have one more treat to share, and I'm gonna go ahead and switch my camera over. So this is a gift that my friend Kathy sent, and you might have spotted it in the background, I don't know, but she sent a really pretty card. This is from one of our kits. I think that was maybe a paper pumpkin kit, but Kathy found this piece of art that I absolutely love, and so I wanted to share it with you too. It is a glass tile here, and has this really, really gorgeous dandelion design on it. I don't know, whenever Stampin' Up comes out with a dandelion design, I get really excited about how much cool art there is to make with that. And so I'm really appreciative of this. And it has like gorgeous texture and stuff on it. And then it's got this really like cool little mounting bracket. So you might spot this in the background here. I might have to move it other places in my house for a while, but I do adore that. So thank you, Kathy, for that like amazing heartfelt gift. I really, really appreciate that. Like I said, this is all something that we all do together. So I'm really appreciative of everybody in our community, and whether you comment or whether you just watch and never say anything, thank you for being part of this. So, all right. I think that's it. There's lots of links in the video description today, so whether you're watching now or later, make sure you check those out. If you haven't seen any calls yet for the Lovely Garden Sweet Escape, but you can leave me a comment. I'll see that, or message me or email, or send Pony Express, whatever, and I can set those aside for you and get those in the mail. And then paper share coming up for all of the new papers that will be out very soon, before we know it. So last chance to take advantage of the In Color special during the month of during the month of August. So that's only a couple days more. I think, Sunday maybe is the 31st, 28, 29, 33, and Sunday is the last day to get those. So next time I see you will be beyond the In Color special, so don't miss it. And after that, I guess it's a happy pre-Friday to you. So I know on Tuesday I couldn't figure out what day of the week it was, but today I'm very clear that it is pre-Friday. And so I will look forward to seeing you guys next week on Tuesday and Thursday for 9:30 a.m. Central Time live for our Maker Mornings with Mag here on the LovenStamps Facebook page. Or if you're watching later, you can, of course, look on LovenStamps YouTube and LovenStamps Facebook for the replays. Leave your comments. I always love to see what people have to say and chime in and let us know where you're watching from and so forth. So, all right, everyone, have a wonderful weekend. Get some creative time for yourself in there. Share some stamped joy with someone else, and I will see you next week. Happy stamping, everyone.